Guess what? This card is also broken now. How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we wanted to show you how we broke SLIFER the Sky Dragon. Before we begin, make sure to leave a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And the replay I'm going to show you today revolves around a new build that we've tested and created for the new SLIFER support card, the Revived Sky God. So that trap card is about to release on the new Megatins in about a week or so. And the best way we thought we can break this was actually using tier limits, because using tier limits and Curious the Lightsworn Dominion, you can actually get to anything you want in your deck and set it to your field. So immediately we go mill 8 and we hit one of them, the Revived Sky God. We play 3, and I'm going to show you the deck list after this combo as well. And if you don't know this card, so if you're not familiar with this card, it's because it never existed up until now. It's a TCG exclusive and it's coming out in the tins in about a week or so. And what it says is that first, it cannot be negated by anything, not even Royal Decree and Jinzo, nothing like that. No Bell, no Solemn Judgment, nothing can actually negate this. And what it does is you special summon one SLIFER the Sky Dragon from your graveyard, then each player draws until they have 6 cards in their hand. So essentially, if you activate this card when you have 0 cards in your hand, you're going to draw 6 cards. The second effect here is that you can banish this card from your graveyard and then place one Monster Reborn from your deck or graveyard on the top of your deck and then draw 1 card. Which again is amazing because it makes sure you have actual follow-up for the next turn. So I think Curious the Lightsworn Dominion and Nightmare Griffin right now with the tier limits engine, with the dangers, is kind of insane. See how quickly you can just spam out monsters. And we're also utilizing Sprite Elf here to make sure the Curious and our SLIFER in the next turn are actually protected from targeting. So using Curious, we actually mill SLIFER the Sky Dragon from our deck, and the mill 3 is also pretty good. We hit Snow. So now we have our basic setup for anything you want to do, and you can do this with Curious and Nightmare Griffin in every tier limits build, and that's what every competitive player is actually doing. They just think of what is my end board, what is the most powerful trap card or spell card that I can set from my graveyard, and you can just do it. Everything is now searchable. So what we actually do here is we continue summoning in order to get more bodies in the field, because we want to get to Nightmare Griffin. And Nightmare Griffin, if you don't know, you can discard a card and then set any spell or trap from your graveyard to your field. So this is exactly what we do. We do it with the Revived Sky God, and Nightmare Griffin not only does that, it also has the effect where special summon monsters on the field cannot activate their effects unless they are linked. So this is actually a mini Mystic Mine, and because we have Sprite Elf pointing here and pointing here, which here is where we're gonna summon our SLIFER the Sky Dragon, it makes sure that this effect is protected from targeting, so you can't impermit on the next turn. And I think this is absolutely busted. So what we do here is we go Redoer, and then we are going to, during the draw phase of our opponent's turn, we are going to activate the Revived Sky God. So this is actually a mistake because we don't know the rulings to the Revived Sky God yet, because it's a TCG exclusive. But what we ended up learning is that you can't actually activate this when your opponent has 6 cards in their hand. So essentially what you have to do is just wait till they activate a card, then you can just chain the Revived Sky God, and because they cannot negate it, you're 100% sure it goes through, unless they have specifically a DD Crow or a Call by the Grave for the SLIFER, and that's assuming we only play one SLIFER because this card doesn't target. So what happens now is that we draw 6 cards, SLIFER becomes 6,000 attack, cannot be targeted, and it also has a floodgate. Whenever a monster is normal or special summoned to the field in attack position, essentially what you do is reduce its attack by 2,000 points, and if it goes to 0, it's automatically destroyed. And at the end of the turn, when this card is actually special summoned, you destroy it. And that's why we have the follow-up for the Revived Sky God with the Monster Reborn. So what's happening here is that this turn is just going to play out. It's going to be a little bit crazy. You have SLIFER basically floodgating everything, and of course Nightmare Griffin, and then Kaleidohar. You can go into Dragus Tabelia, you have your Super Poly, and you have 6 cards in hand. So this is the basic combo for how you get SLIFER, and of course this is all enabled through Curious the Lightsworn Dominion, which I think should definitely get banned on the next Forbidden list. And now let's look at the deck list. So yeah, this is the deck list. It looks like a basic tier limits list, but it has Slifer the Sky Dragon. So we're playing Slifer, Gizmic Orochi, and then 3 Mothman, 3 Nessie, 1 Jackalope, and 1 Tsuchinoko. We're playing the Goki Pole to make sure we can search our Mothman because it's a really good summon to have. We're also playing the Rhino Heart at 3, Shiren at 3, Havness at 3, and Merly at 3. We're playing Zephyros the Elite, and of course we're playing Snow. Then for spells we're playing 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Instant Fusion, Rhoda, Terraforming, and the Monster Reborn, really important for the follow-up. We're playing the Galaxy Cyclone, 3 of the Field Spell, Super Poly at 3, Dark Ruler at 3, Soliac and 1, and of course 3 copies of the Revived Sky God. Then for the extra deck we are playing a pretty normal actually tier limits list because this doesn't require any changes to your extra deck. And it's going to be 1 Dweller, 1 Redoer, 1 Baguska. We're playing the Zero Burrows, the Griffin, Unicorn, and of course Curious. We're playing IP and Elf. Elf is really important here to make sure your Slifer or Ninebeard Griffin don't get targeted. We're playing the Kaleido Heart and 1 Dragostopelia 2 Kit and 1 Garura Wings of Resonant Life, and of course the Mud Dragon of the Swamp. I really hope you enjoyed this deck profile and the small combo tutorial with the draw 6 power. This card is insane. I can't wait for it to be released. Make sure you take this deck out for a spin on your next Dueling Book journey. Thank you for watching. As always, make sure to leave a thumbs up on the video and of course subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.